Dale B. Hey, Dale B. A new reactor just did Bless the Broken Road, was negative about it, and got roasted by the home fries. Really? Also, hi, Dale B. We got new people in the chat. This is cool. Hey, look, I've been roasted before on my other channels about having negative opinions of things by all the people who don't think that negative opinions are valid. If it's a valid opinion from your point of view of the thing, fine. I've also critiqued, I've gone against the home fries and literally said Tim was unnecessary for a video. Like, you didn't need to use Tim in the way that you used him. And people disagreed. People also yell at me for singing in the videos. But I have a big middle finger for that. It's fine. He was downright rude and ripped apart every aspect. Whoa. I mean, if it was constructive, fine. If it was just him being an asshole, then who cares? He complained about things like him. Hey, I have legitimately critiqued music videos in the same way, but I have legit complaints. People got mad at me for the Long Dark Train video because I critiqued the lighting and it looked so weird to me, and the people got mad that I was focusing on that aspect. Like, legit got mad and were yelling at me in the comments. They're like, just react to the music, you don't need to be worried about the video. Shut up, I'm reacting to all the things. Now, I wasn't rude about it. It was just driving me crazy because their lighting made no sense. And half the time they looked like they were green screened, but it was too clean to be green screened. So it's just the way they had to light things in a poor lighting situation. So it didn't work in my own brain. But yes, camera shots matter. He went after Sweet Rob's voice. Holy shit. Where is this guy? I feel like we have to roast him now. So technically, we're still in a reactor reacting to a home free. You know the thing.
So, hey guys.
Shut up.
Y'all doing? Y'all good?
Shut up,
if
you.
Not, that's
okay. Yep, he's getting ratioed hard. So I mean, that's what it is. He's done 2 cents that one, nothing but praise. He got schooled. Okay. Look, some videos deserve a thumbs down, and I almost always thumbs up a video the second I pull up on it. This one, I'm going to reserve my judgment. 20 minutes? Do you know where he starts talking trash so I don't have to watch this whole garbage? All right, hold on. I have to see the comments beforehand. 161 subscribers. I'm better than this guy. All right. Okay, hold on. If Home Free does a song and I've never heard the original, I don't really bother to go and listen to the other artists. Why? Because a few times I have done so, Home Free did it better. Okay. Rascal Flatts covered this song, yes, as discovered by somebody I also watched do this video. I didn't even realize it was from the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band, so that's the thing. You should be directing your video. Secondly, I wonder when you watched Home Free videos before. Adam, okay. Oh, okay, 2 wheels. I like this one. You obviously have no depth in videography. Everything they do here goes with the words, mood of the song. Do you really think you have a good ear for music? Why do you react? You could have, at the least, went through the song and then said you didn't like the way they did this one, but you'll be checking out my... But honestly, if you didn't like it, you're less likely to check out another one. So that's not... That's real criticism, I think, in there. I don't get a chance to like them better. Spell the right no, please. Never do another one by Home Free. Wow. Impressive. Okay, Dale B. There we go, Dale. Ripping on Rob. The home fries are going to come for you, and they deserve at least so. He hearted your comment, though. Okay. They don't do any auto-tunes. Not true, Sheila. It's not auto-tune, but in studio, there is tweaking. And you can tell because they're not perfect every time they do it. That's an unfair thing. Produced music always has some fixing of voices. It may not be full on auto tune where you're not even remotely singing that note, but they're definitely doing some cleaning up. It is what it is. Oh, well, your reaction was disappointing. It's a beautiful song, and Home Free did it beautifully, and you were so critical. All of these boys can sing. There's no auto tune at all. Not auto tune, but there's tuning. It's reality of the music industry. Kevin Clements, this guy's over. I suggest you just leave home free alone. He's not going to do that. He wants home for views. That's what it is. See, Marla, hi. Every time you say backup singers, I want to slap you. They are a band, an out of this world band with no lead singers. He didn't comment back. Yeah, I'm going to give you a thumbs up. Sorry. I should have been doing that. I apologize. Belinda G. I seem to know that name. Sandy, Scott Rogers. Yep. That's a good one there. Hold on. What did he say? I loved your song, not the reaction. That's funny. That's funny. He says he liked the song, but then he tore it apart. Okay, this particular thing, he needs to turn off links being shared because he's an idiot. Because that's a porn site, or at least to a very don't click on links in comments, guys. I have mine blocked, so you can't share links. He did react to a couple I saw. All right, so let's look at this garbage.
Exactly why I'm here. If you're bored, please get comfortable. I'm going to talk. And that's all. I'm kidding. We're going to be watching a reaction video, or I'm going to be doing a reaction video.
Dude, you edited this.
A reaction to a video. Obviously, it's been a very long time since I've done this. But we're going to be watching a video from Home Free, which is an acapella group.
This was just last week, right? Yeah, by the way, comment to do that.
Believe it or not, I love acapella groups. But they're doing a remake of the version of Bless the Broken Road, which is Rascal Flatts. If y'all haven't heard of it, please stop the video.
Fair point. He said they're doing a cover of the Rascal Flatts version. That's what he said, at least right there. So fair critique. He didn't claim it was Rascal Flatts like I did. I'm an idiot. He just said that they were covering the Rascal Flatts version, which actually I may have done. But either way. Yes, I'm defending the asshole because he hasn't said anything too stupid yet.
Rascal Flatts, Bless the Broken Road.
Yes.
Amazing song.
Okay.
And I want y'all to hear that before you listen to a remake of it.
I've already done
like
that.
Watching a second movie before watching the first movie. It doesn't.
No, that's not equivalent.
Make sense. But anyways, I love this song. I heard the song.
Irony that you had a typo on the word right.
Loved it ever since. Great song. And then when I heard there was a remake of it by some.
Why are you filming yourself in the dark? You're going by purely your thing. Once again, I'm critiquing him. Seriously, this is a 20-minute reaction. If he's not even doing a breakdown, why is it a 20-minute reaction? I've done long reactions, but it's like I'm breaking things down and talking a lot.
Groups that have remade it,
and I'm making his 20-minute reaction even longer.
This one just sounded interesting. So we're going to watch it, and I'm going to try not to throw in my stupid comments, but
apparently you did.
That I like or don't like, I'm probably going to end up saying something. So I apologize in advance, but
by the way, guys, home fries. Listen to me. Look right here, right here. Look at Shoki. It's okay if somebody doesn't like something that you like. It's okay. And then there's also assholes. That's less okay, but they exist. But it's okay if they don't like the same thing you like. You guys don't even like all the stuff I've reacted to, but you're not hateful about it. Just nobody comes and watches it. It's fine. I'm probably doing the trifecta. Pretty sure he's going to do voice play next if he hasn't already. Yes, of course.
I'm going to stop talking now.
Please.
So we can start the video.
Seriously, lighting, dude.
Me ramble yet. But did I mention welcome back to my channel? Welcome to my channel, Zestylicious. Got that out of the way. Subscribe. No, I'm kidding. I don't know. Anyways, I'm going to start the video.
Okay. Like I said, he's joking. Also, he's doing it the way I said not to do it. Remember I said the other week, big video, small U is generally the way to get your copyrights hit even harder. A lot of people wanted to do it just because whatever. But also, you're now cutting off in a good chunk of the video. I'm critiquing him for that. He haven't even got to his opinion yet. I'm critiquing how he does the video. Yes, did that 3 weeks ago. Zombies versus hillbillies.
Oh, home free. Naturally. Is it that? That's edited onto that, right? Like
No, they
didn't
cut it
actually go
into.
in there with shovels and dig out the words.
Yes, they took that much time to
That is
deface
fucking insane.
the land.
If they did that, kudos already. Wow. Obviously, the words underneath are edited. That looks really good. Well, also, this has a very Rascal Flatts Life is a Highway theme to it.
I mentioned
I
that
don't know if
too,
y'all noticed.
by the way.
It's got the Radiator Springs look. That's what I meant to say.
Yes.
But Rascal Flatts, because they sing that song.
Yes.
I set out on a narrow way many.
I'm going to say something. Since he talks trash about Rob's voice in singing this, I think Rob did better than the original dude from Rascal Flatts, because that guy, as I think I mentioned before, that I think Rascal Flatts somehow became the Nickelback of country. I got to a point where I could not listen to that guy's voice anymore. I would prefer the Rob. Austin mowed it. He mowed the dirt. I will give him tons of credit.
Years ago, hoping I would find true love.
You did Big Video Small You, where you're cutting off part of the music video with your face? Also, might be why I got blocked. It's a thing. It is a thing. You see how small this is? Over here? Oh, I should get it backwards. I can reverse the camera and then I'll still get it wrong. That's how dumb that is. But yeah, see, small over there. Even when I did my normal reactions on the recorded versions, I always did big me, small thing. That way it also looks like I'm looking down at the tiny video in the corner. But it is a thing.
Along the broken road.
Whoa.
But I got
What? What?
hoping I would find true love along the broken road.
That's Tim Faust. Home free, Tim Faust. Makes sense. I forgot Tim Faust sang for the home free.
So he's reacted to
Okay, I
Tim
was like,
before.
dude, did Tim Faust collab with these people? No, this is his group. Now I remember. Okay, I didn't recognize him at first because his hair is shorter. Oh, he looks so different. He looks
Tim
like
Faust,
a
it is
singer
more
without
bitches.
hair.
No, I'm just kidding.
It's not a bad look. It's just he's.
You look better with long hair. Just say it.
So like that's really why I stopped this because I was like this guy looks like Tim Faust, but he has short hair.
This guy looks like Tim Faust.
Yeah, that's pretty much always.
See, I can hold on. I can say that because Tim's from Texas, and the United States is Texas and 49 bitches. That's just a Texas joke. I'm from Texas. I can say those
But
things.
I got lost a time or two, wiped my brow and kept pushing through.
Get to the point where he talks trash.
I'm
not gonna watch this whole thing.
Every sign pointed straight to you. Every long lost dream led me to where you
I know I reacted to this video
Others
last
who
week,
broke
but like
my
Adam kills it on that
Okay.
background section there.
I hate to start off like this, but
Oh, you're gonna start out this
I
way though.
have to say something about this videographer or the videoing, the music video. They're doing a lot of camera changes, and it's kind of annoying me because,
Okay.
like, I get it. To emphasize certain parts of the song, you switch to a different scene.
Yes.
But they're doing a lot of camera changes where they're in the same exact place.
But not same position.
Like they're in
And
this
the lighting is
gazebo,
different.
20 feet, and then in the middle of a phrase, they'll switch to
Yeah.
like 30 feet away, and it's kind of weird. It's like unnecessary.
That's 10 feet.
And I think they're just a little overdoing it.
It'll be pedantic.
It sounds good. The music is good.
Okay.
Lead singer, very nice voice, very controlled. He's got a nice head voice, but they're doing
To be fair, he's just referring to the person who is currently singing lead, which would be Rob.
a lot of camera changes. It's annoying.
Some people just use
And
the
this is
wrong
gonna
words.
keep happening, I'm
Like
sure,
me.
throughout
I do
the
that
rest
a
of
lot.
the video. I'm not going to say another word about it though.
Hey,
I'll
I
just figure it out.
critique the videography,
So I don't have to think about it.
the way it was shot too. Some of the drone shots are weird. He has a valid point in why are they changing positions for the exact same locale. So he has a point It sounds asshole-ish. But also, I think one thing that they do in the video is when they're panning from one side to the other, the group actually physically moves to that location as the camera's moving. So when we started out, it was going into Rob, and then it started panning to the right. Then they moved to the right of the gazebo. Here, they were zooming in and then moving left. Now we're panning left across them on the gazebo. It does, they lead you with that. It's a thing I'm pointing out.
My way into your loving arms.
It's because
What?
it's kind of a
Okay,
fair
sorry,
point.
I said I wasn't gonna say another word about it. He was literally in the middle of a word, and they switched places.
Because usually they don't.
You don't have to do that.
Because to be fair, when they do that, usually in a different video, they're either just closer in the same exact shot, or they're in a different spot. This is literally the same location, so it's a tiny justifiable thing, tiny, because it is funny that they shot most of this video literally in that two spots over and over. But like I said, the way they're panning kind of leads you from one spot to the other. It's a thing. Once again, Lowrider, I could not leave the lighting alone in the long black train video. Go watch it if you have. I'm very much like this guy. And it's only because it's driving me nuts that I can't figure out why it looks the way it does. I'm not critiquing how they shot it. I'm trying to figure out why it looks that way from a point of view of a person who makes videos. That's a different way.
Oh, sorry, guys. Music is great. The bass singer obviously is great because he's Tim Faust. And if you
Yes.
don't like Tim Faust, you don't like anything that's good. And they've got good backup singers. The beatboxer he's very good. He's staying in the
Okay, so referring to the other guys as backups, I can see why you'd be mad. One, because you're a mega home fry. But given the situation, Rob is leading at the moment, and the other guys are doing the rest of the thing. They are doing the rest of the vocals. They're doing the background vocals. They're doing the background instrumentals. So back up would be the slightly different term, but they are singing back up to him, and then they move around. Now, he's not stating specifically that any one person, like Rob is in the lead currently and does for almost this entire video, and everyone else is singing with and around. Backup may not be the exact right word, but backing vocals makes sense. So I think that was his meaning, unless he's just being a dick about it, but he doesn't sound like he's being a dick about it. It sounds like he's just referring to when you have one lead singer and you have other people singing in the background, they're generally called background singers or backup singers. I know it's not a cappella group, but it is what it is.
background, which is good. I don't want a beatboxer that's boring.
See, he just said in the background.
Unless he's got a solo or something like that.
There you go.
So the beatboxer's good. The backup singer, I think they may actually be the same person. I can't really tell because this is a music video. But the camera switching, please. You don't
Okay, so he's going to be overly critical about the
This
video.
much I know in northern songs, pointing me on my way into your loving arms. This much I know.
I didn't pay that much attention to it, but like now that he's pointed it out, I see it and it's annoying. I just okay, same position. That makes sense. See, now I'm critiquing his critique of the video. But it makes more sense to switch to the other part of the video rather than continually switching the same scene for them. See, this is a whole different locale. He's going to bitch about sunlight. No, he's bitching about singing. Okay.
No, that's not how it goes. But the
Yeah, you had that
here,
wrong.
I'll let you listen to it. The backup singer, which I think is the beatboxer too.
No.
I think he's auto-tuning his voice.
Nope.
It doesn't sound good. It's. Let me
Okay.
let you listen to it.
Okay, so for one, he can't tell who's singing. There are times where I've said the same thing. I don't know who's singing what, but he also doesn't know the individual voices. Why he would think the beatboxer is the one singing extra vocals there, I don't know why he would think that. That literally makes no sense. any of the 4 other guys who are not doing beatboxing would be filling out extra vocals. So he's lost on that point already.
Yes, it is.
He doesn't seem to realize at least 2 other guys are singing background.
Yeah, not my thing. Just because it's the which is gonna be a nasally note, nasally sound, but then when it's in high register, they have to auto tune it, which just makes it sound.
I think about the years I spent just passing.
Which, by the way, that's the guy that you were just saying was auto-tuned. Jackass.
And give it back to you. But
Okay, I don't know who this guy is. Obviously, I don't know who any of these guys are except for Tim Faust. But the guy singing right now has a really good voice.
He's the guy you were just critiquing,
completely different
Jackass.
style of singing than the
That's the irony, right? So the person he was critiquing for having way too high a note that sounded auto-tuned was them. It wasn't auto-tuned. It was actually kind of a chord they were doing. I mean, there's tuning. There is tuning. It's a produced thing, but it's not what he's calling auto-tune. Because you've heard them live. You know they're not perfect live. They're not going to hit the same exact notes. Old Lang Syne live is nowhere near as good as a recorded version. It isn't.
Good for head voice, but my preference is the way this guy's singing, which is more of a chest and throat, which given is harder to sing that way because it requires a lot of muscle in here and exercising and building up the strength.
One thing is, I don't like the way he's like sitting back to do these things. It doesn't feel like he's engaged as much as if he's sitting forward. You know what I mean?
Or uses it in a different way, I should say. Those of y'all that know more about singing are going to be like, wait, you're saying it all wrong. Y'all know what I mean. But he's got a really nice voice. And
So he likes Austin.
I like it.
you just smile and take my hand. You've been there, you understand.
And true, that is Austin's
It's
chest
all
voice.
part of a grander plan.
Going up into
that
head.
it's coming true. And every
I guarantee you what he's saying is auto-tune is just them hitting chords. That's the stupid part. But he also doesn't realize he's got a baritone over there singing those high notes with the 2 tenors. He doesn't know. I mean, he's a noob. He doesn't know home free. That's the whole point. He's reacting to them for the first time. He only knows Tim Faust does bass, and he knows a beatboxer is involved. He doesn't understand how they're layering. He doesn't understand their dynamics. He's critiquing it from a noob point of view, and he's wrong in his analysis of it. He's not wrong in his opinion, because it's an opinion. He's wrong in his analysis. Well, here's the thing. I think I'm going to give him credit for the critiquing the way the video is shot. It doesn't make sense. Given that they only have probably 2 locations and they're shooting at the same time of day, they're getting everything they can out of those 2 locations. It is kind of silly when you think about it to move from in front of the gazebo to beside the gazebo. Going over to that other porch totally makes sense. Now, if he complains about the light coming in, that's just somebody who doesn't like lens flares. I've complained about that in different videos, but that's when it's done not tastefully, not well done. I mean, it's not like one of their full-on produced, like, green shoe videos, you know? That was my foot.
let me to where you are.
See, he doesn't know Chance. That's the thing. He doesn't understand what Chance is doing.
They were like northern stars, pointing me on.
Okay, the sun. Please.
There it is.
Why do you have to stand directly in front of the sun?
It's for an
Every time you
effect.
switch to the scene, it's just like, and I'm like, ah.
It's for effect. See, the reason they're in the sun this way is because they ran out of light over by the gazebo and they went over here. That's what happened. I almost can guarantee that's what happened because they're shooting this in the evening. This is clearly sunset. They got it over by the gazebo, by the water, while they had the direct light coming in from that angle. And I guarantee you, it's now moved to the point that they didn't have the light in the gazebo, so now they're getting background light on the porch. I can almost guarantee that's what they did. But he doesn't want to see it that way. Why do I need to leave him a nasty comment? So far, I don't 100% disagree with him. He's wrong in some of his analysis, but I don't need to be nasty to him just yet, because people have been nasty to me for my analysis because they thought I was being a dick, but I also felt justified. Now, I haven't heard him 100% be a dick just yet. I've just heard him be dumb. And being dumb is not necessarily a reason to leave a comment. Now, if he just decides to be a dickhead here in a minute, fine. I haven't gotten that far yet. You guys are ahead of me. Okay.
I'm sorry, that was kind of random, but the sun is killing me.
Well, here's the irony. You're covering the sun by putting your video the way you did. I would much
eyeballs.
I would rather his corner of his video be cut off. Once again, I think when a reactor's sitting back like this, like way back like this, do you feel that they're engaged in it? I mean, this is a legit question for you guys watching. Do you feel like he's engaged with the video really? Because he doesn't seem excited at all. Like, yeah, he's being critical, but he also doesn't seem engaged. I'm watching his video leaned on my desk, like looking up close like this, like an idiot. Wasn't this one of the 5 videos that were shot in about 2 or 3 days? Probably. I mean, that's a question, obviously, for everybody else, not me.
Into your loving arms.
Dude, it's not real sunlight. You're not getting blinded. Boom. I was right. Look, hold on. I'm just going to point this out because I didn't analyze the videos closely until now. I'm not supposed to be analyzing their music videos. I'm supposed to be analyzing him. Look, you see how the light is faded? I wasn't wrong. Watch. Look. The reason they changed location to the porch. Look how much the light has faded there compared to earlier on. That's why they switched to that porch, because I guarantee you it's over here. I can't. Where's the mouse? It's the porch is yonder where they could get that backlighting. I guarantee you that's what they did. Yeah, I mean, I see people else do that. You were right. Yeah, exactly. You like to hear himself talk and sound important. Hey, look at me, Carb. We're YouTubers. That's what we do. We all think we sound important. Just some people know ever so slightly more what they're talking about. And hey, I'm an idiot too. I'll say the wrong things a lot. I will critique things incorrectly. I focused on the lighting, like I said, in that video, and people were so mad at me for it. People get mad at me for singing along. Almost no one has gotten mad at me for my actual critiques of the thing, so I'll take some blessings where I can get them. He's not 100% wrong, but he's also kind of dumb. So yes. But look, yeah, YouTubers think they're super important. Their opinion is better than everyone else's. Myself included, because it's what I do. I review things. I react to things. You know, but the thing is, you're here for my reaction. You're here for my opinion. You're here for my thoughts. Just like people came here for his reaction. Now, he didn't have a favorable reaction. And I give him that much. You see, this much. I'm going to be like the other guy. That much credit for his thing. He's not excited about it. That's the thing. Maybe he needs to drink a little bit. I'm really loose right now, if you can't tell. Smarmy. Thank you for at least not calling me smarmy. I don't think I have enough hair to technically be smarmy. That's funny. Smug, self-important, like you guys have no idea what they're doing. I like sarcasm. I don't like dumb, and that would be a me problem. That's not really a you problem. I don't think a lot of people like dumb, unless your last name is Paul. And you, anyways, that would make sense. And remember, I said some of the drone shots were a little weird. When I did my video, if you were here last week, I said some of the drone shots were like, it is what it is. They're shooting it with drones, 100%. 100% this music video, except on the porch, was done with a drone. Obviously, we're at a very high angle here because they needed to get it done quick. And if you're right about them shooting this in the same however many videos they needed to do, wherever it is they are, in like 2 or 3 days, they needed to nail this down. That's why there's so few shots of them outside of static positions. Like, they're literally in 3 positions. In front of the thing, standing there and then on the porch, and then we cut 2 people in the Mustang, which I still think is a guy from Dive Bar Saints. I could be wrong. Nobody is confirmed. Smarm free zone. I will turn on the smarm if I have to. I didn't. Okay, yeah. So let's get through this guy's garbage. It's fine. But yes, the home fries definitely destroyed this guy.
That God bless the broken road that led me straight to you.
Done in an earlier time. So here you guys can literally see how time progresses differently throughout the music video when they're shooting. Okay, so you know what they're doing, right? So they shoot an entire run through of the song in each location. Everybody doing their parts, then they chop it, right? You know that's how they do it? That's how they do it. So they got 3 shots, probably only 3 takes given the amount of light. And then they have to chop and cut it to try to make it interesting because, as I would know, keeping one stagnant location for a music video or, well, excuse me, any type of video does get boring. He's not wrong in the silly location changes. If they had a completely different location other than a gazebo, might have been different. If it was like further over and directly in front of the water, but you could tell from the shadows they didn't have the light there like they needed it. The light was straight up on the gazebo, and they captured as much as they could. Had the gazebo not been in the background of the shots otherwise, and it looked like a totally different locale, no critique. He would have nothing to say, right?
I'm sorry.
It's not the dive bar guy.
It was actually kind of funny. I want to go back and see.
Do you mean funny
Like,
good or
it's my
funny
time.
bad? Because now I'm getting angry at you.
That's the broken
I'm just getting heated.
road that led me straight to you.
Okay, so he did like it. Okay. Oh, there's the porch. The porch is right there. I was right. The porch is literally right there. That's funny. The gazebo's right over there. Yeah. Actually, I don't even think it's a porch. I think that's actually the side of a barn. Like, that's the external little kind of post of a barn. I could be right. Hold on, I want to look. Give me a second. I did not pay this much attention when I reviewed this thing. I'm seeing these things in his review of the video. Give me a wider shot. Yeah, look, right there. Okay, it's a house, so it is technically a porch. So yeah, they shot it. Wait, how did the sun get? Okay, now I'm confused into how they got the light behind them on that particular porch. Presumably there's one on the other side. Either way. I got excited. I was like, there's the porch. Also, do you guys know if this was a venue of some sort or just somebody's house? Don't bitch about the fucking backlit silhouette.
I don't want to talk about that. I shouldn't have stopped it because now I'm going to have to say something. That would have sounded good.
Oh, he's complaining about their singing. Okay.
But the fact that I don't connect with this guy's style of singing just made it not sound good to me. Like
I just said this about voice play, so it's a fair critique.
Well executed. It was precise. It was clean, and it was smooth. But the way he sings with the nasal made it.
Okay, same thing. Same critique I gave voice play. So let's be a little fair here. I don't like voice play the way they sing if they're doing the same exact song as someone else because I don't like the way the particular artist does it. So he's critiquing that he just doesn't like the way, I'm assuming, might be Rob there actually, the way he's talking about Rob's run there. Doesn't like Rob's high voice. It's a fair critique because it's just not what he likes. So let's be fair here. Let's be fair. Because people can be pissed off at me for not liking certain people in voice play or certain other groups. It's a fair critique. He just does not like the way Rob sings or his voice. And it's fine. I don't like the way the Rascal Flatts guy does it. It's a preference.
It rubbed me the wrong way. Listen to that again. Let me know what y'all think.
Okay. First of all, that's a lovely criticism that I'm better than him. Maybe, but he's got more views. Are there more people watching? No, there's at least 10. No, that's fine. I get you. But I guarantee you there are people who feel the same way about me. Because of the way I critique things, the way I say things, the way I feel about things. Now, he has a fair criticism. We may not like that criticism, but it's a fair one. Also, it looks funny when there's 2 progress bars on top of each other. I wish he had more lighting.
Right here.
I don't necessarily... No, he was critiquing Rob's voice. He said he didn't like Rob's nasally voice. He liked Austin's voice. He didn't really like Rob's, even from the beginning. He critiqued Rob's higher, like, nasally voice. And I guess it's nasal. I guess. It's just a different voice. Hold on, let me back up.
Smooth, but it's just the way he sings.
See, he says he sings
nasally.
good. He said it's smooth and it's clean. He just doesn't like the sound of it.
Listen to that again. Let me know what y'all think.
Well, we like it more than you, obviously. 18 or 19? Really? Mine shows 10. Hey, if there's that many, there's that many. Yeah. It says 15 over there, so...
Very
Hi, everybody.
clean, but I just did not connect with it. Do y'all know what I'm saying?
And that's fair. I can see why everybody's mad about it, because everybody wants to come to defense of them. But it's a fair criticism. Rob doesn't connect with him. That's Matt doesn't connect with me from Pentatonics. Avi did. Matt doesn't. He's still a gifted bassist and singer. Doesn't connect with me to sing. Same thing with you guys, who all said that when Avi left, you liked Pentatonics less. It's a fair criticism. It may not be one you like, but it's a fair one. He's not critiquing how he sings. He's just saying he doesn't like his voice. That's fair. I've said the same thing about many an artist.
Sounded unnecessary.
And Rob got better. Rob got better over time. They've all gotten better. Let's just be fair here. And yes, I'm defending the jerk because you guys are on that side of the camera. I'm on this side of the camera, and I have experienced similar reactions. When you have a different reaction, whether it be negative, I wouldn't necessarily call what he said negative. He's being critical. Now, I have been hypercritical. You guys aren't really familiar with my main channel. I've been hypercritical of things that people thought were fantastic. But the thing that I was looking at was legitimately falling apart in my hands. Like, I was literally looking at a plastic robot of sorts that my friend built, and I was critiquing and reviewing, and everybody roasted me. Like, the most vile, hateful comments that I've ever gotten, to the point I had to turn off comments on the video. Because I had a fair critique of the thing that was in front of me. I was experiencing things on the thing in front of me. And all I could do was critique that. And people who did not have those problems, people who watched other reviewers like it, did not have the same thing. But then later on, I reviewed a thing that nobody liked from my point of view, and I treated it very differently than almost every other reviewer did. And people also didn't like that critique. That's what's funny. I had a positive critique of something that everyone else hated, and they came after me with negative comments for that. So you can not like what he said and him still have the valid opinion. And I know that's a hard thing to say because everyone loves everything Home Free does. This is also his first experience. We haven't seen anything else, any of his other reactions, and I know everybody's like, I'm not going to watch your reactions anymore. Fine. Don't, if you don't want to. He might immediately turn around and be like, oh, now I see what this guy's doing, and he's growing on me. But this reaction, his first reaction, and everyone knows that this song is fantastic, I can see the guttural, visceral reaction from the fans, the home fries especially. You guys are a rabid bunch. Let's be honest. And you're always going to come to the defense of them. Like, if I don't have the same critique of him because I've heard them before. I've watched them grow. He's hearing it for the first time, and it doesn't hit him right in the ears. It is what it is. It sucks for those who love these guys, but he's not wrong. In fact, he's just not... He's not the same. He's just wrong. Or, sorry, he's not wrong. He's just not the same. That's what I meant to say. Actually, to say I felt played for my view. Okay. Not Austin. He's already perfect. Stop it. You felt snubbed. Yeah, I get that how, and I have a problem with sometimes with the how as well. And like I said earlier, calling them backup singers versus background singers, I could see how people would take that wrong. I didn't take that wrong because I don't view it that way. I view it as basically two lead singers and everyone else is singing in the background. They're backing up the lead vocals. So to call them backup vocalist isn't technically correct. It just sounds worse, I guess. I mean, yeah, and like I said, you guys are having an emotional reaction to a critical thought, and that's fine. Your opinion is just as valid. But from my point of view, being on this side of the camera, I can see his points. I may not agree with them. I agree with some of them. And it's funny that he pointed out something I didn't notice even when I was being critical of the video. So I find that even more funny that I'm watching someone else who has similar but slightly more in-depth reaction to the things that I would have ignored. I mean, that's fine. You guys don't have to agree. But here's what's funny. None of you are saying I think I know it all by my critique of his critique. Like, do I sound like I know more than him? Like, or am I just better at talking? Because sometimes, and I mentioned this before with Lando, Lando needs to loosen up and learn how to engage with the camera and talk with people and express his opinion a little bit better, and he'll get there. He's young, he's just fresh in front of the camera. But the thing is, am I just better at talking, or do I know more? Think about that, because he's coming off as someone who is lazy and not engaged, but he is still critiquing the song in a somewhat meaningful way. It's just in a way you guys don't like. And that's fine. It's fine if you don't like it. It's fine for him to not like it. And it's fine for him to not understand why people are mad at him because he just thought he just voiced his opinion. It's just a disagreeable opinion. I can see that. I can see that. But I also feel like let me know if this makes sense to you guys. Starting out with he wasn't negative 100% off the bat, but he also was like, what am I hearing? And yes, he did have a string of negative things to say, but I've also had the same criticism of me where there's like, man, do you ever have anything positive to say? You're always talking negative. It's like, I think the problem is he came in here really wanting to like this because he liked the original, and then he heard something he didn't like. It's not bad. So that's the thing. It's not bad. He just doesn't like it. And I've had that criticism of so many things, including on this channel. It's like where I said, this is not bad. In fact, this is done really well. Like anything voice play. Really well done. That Halo thing we just listened to. How much did I tear that apart? Their costumes are dumb. Their all of their notes are off. All this, I talk trash about that. Where are my voice play people to come over here and yell at me for being critical about that? And talk about how I think they overact. So you guys are just defending home free, whereas the voice play fans, whatever they're called, voice players, I don't know what they're called, VPs, I don't know. They would have the exact same reaction that you guys are having to me being negative about them. I didn't have anything really good to say about them other than they can sing. I just don't like what they did. And all their notes were wrong. And their videos are stupid. So you see what I'm saying? Like, you're having an emotional reaction because he said something you didn't like about a thing you love. It's not that he hates it. I mean, to the fact that he came back to give him another try. And I'll go back later on my own and check out the other things. And once again, we're not done with his video. I see his points of view. I don't necessarily agree with his points of view, but I'm not saying they're invalid because I don't agree. That's all I'm saying. And he should sit forward and engage the video and not sit back and look like a douchey person. Also, he's wearing AirPods to do videos. You know what? How about this? He's not really using decent headphones to listen to this. Like I've heard a lot of people say AirPods are not the best thing to listen to music on. Could be affecting how he's hearing it. I've had that before. So, weird excuse. He's using AirPods. If he was listening on a decent pair of headphones or even on a good set of speakers, he might feel different because the tuning on those AirPods may be really bad on the high end, so where it's a more annoying sound where Rob hits those high notes and sounds all nasally. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and like I said, your opinion is not invalid because of your feelings, just like his. He has a right to his feelings and his opinion on the thing, just like you guys do. It's just that you love it. He's never experienced it. You're coming at it as, I can't wait for you to see this and love it as much as I do. And he goes, I don't know how to feel about this. It's good, but I really don't like what they're doing here. You see what I'm saying? And then he might turn around in the next video and absolutely love it because it's a new experience and a better experience for him in that moment. But yes, I get what you're saying about that because you realize, and I've had to do this, and I've had to bring this up before. This, by the way, this night is going very long due to this one guy's video. You have to critique the video and the music because if it was just the blank screen and it said home free and you're only listening to the music or you're listening on Spotify or whatever, then you're only reacting to the music, but you have to react to both. When you have a music video, you have to react to both. That's kind of the point. And you have to break down the video. You have to break down the audio. And sometimes those two things don't go together. We've experienced that here, especially on Throwback Thursdays. So it makes sense that he can critique the video and have issues with it. He might listen to this and have a different feeling, but the music video is also invoking things emotionally in you, much like when we watched Go Rest High on That Mountain very first, and I was, tearing up and whatnot. That is a super emotional video shot super well. He didn't start with that video. He would probably have nothing bad to say about the way it was shot, about the way that it sounded, and that is a Rob-led video. Totally different experience. Music video is part of the experience, not just the audio. If the music video is done badly or in a way that annoys you, it can ruin your experience. It really can. And obviously earlier when I was trying to watch a video and couldn't, ruin my experience of a song I should love. So I needed to go and experience that separate from this reaction because in the moment, that initial reaction for me was brutally spoiled by the fact I could not watch that video properly. You know? It's fine. It's fine. Same point, Carb. Yeah, Carb, you're right about that. Yeah. What did April say? No, I don't. Because he might know Tim from all his collaborations with other people, especially not Avi, with Peter Hollins, anybody else. He could have seen plenty of Tim Faust only things or Tim Faust adjacent things because he even said, "Oh, Home Free is Tim Faust group." So he probably heard of Home Free because somebody mentioned because he was with Tim Faust. Same as me, I had the same thing. So it is what it is. Two wheels. Where's Two Wheels? Oh, I see Two Wheels. Hi. Sorry, we're trying to break down this video. I'm defending this guy as a reactor to a degree, and everyone else is very upset that I'm defending him. Actually, the funny part is you're not upset with me defending him. In fact, I think I'm doing a decent job defending him, which is funny. No, I get if he did it just to get views and subs, it didn't really work. But the thing is, he chose this song because he really likes the original. He'd never really listened to Home Free. People probably suggested, hey, check out Home Free. Saw this video. I think he mentioned this kind of at the front. He really likes the Rascal Flatts version. This is a fantastic cover of a cover. But it's just Rob. Rob rubs him the wrong way. It robs him of the experience. think that was like an Elizabeth face. And then the music video, the things about the video, I think are justified because now that he pointed it out, it's all I can see. I didn't catch it on my initial view. I caught something different. So I think he's not wrong. He just might be, as you guys would say, an ass about it. Right? The Selah version? Okay. Yeah. Hey, as somebody who's made a lot of wrong impressions, I understand. If it's hard to believe, a lot of people don't like me.
Too, but it was well executed, just not in the way that I would have liked it to be.
Right there. Exactly what he said is exactly what I said about voice play. It was well executed. He likes what Rob did, just not that Rob did it. That is a perfectly valid thing. And I could comment these things, but then people would come over here hating me for it. Like I said, you guys don't like what he said, and fine. He came off wrong. You know, started out on the wrong foot, as it were. But he's not wrong in what he's saying. He might just be wrong in how he's saying it. Just like how Rob is, in his opinion, wrong in how he's singing it. That's funny. That's funny. But see, that's the other thing. He's breaking down why he doesn't like it. So, what would you rather have? An in-depth analysis of why he feels he doesn't like it, or just flat out, this sucks, I don't like it, turn it off, without any explanation? Which is better? You know, a thorough breakdown of why he doesn't like it. He even said, he's got a nasal thing that's going on when he hits at a higher register. It really doesn't ring right with me. Once again, I might blame the AirPods. And then he says he doesn't like the way the camera, how they use the exact same area 3 different ways for no real reason other than they had no other places to shoot. So, you see what I'm saying? It's like, he's breaking down what he doesn't like about it in a valid manner other than just, this sucks, I hate this, why is this, I don't like country music, you know, this is stupid, Rascal Flatts is better. Which would you rather, just an ass saying those things, or somebody who's at least giving a valid criticism that's broken down somewhat well, just not in a way you'd like? Once again, what he's saying.
That part right there is probably one of my. I'm sorry, I paused it again. That right there is what made me love the way that this song is made.
Okay.
I'm not gonna sing it for y'all, please.
Please don't.
This part of the song is my.
As someone who doesn't sing well, don't sing it.
God bless this broken road. Yeah, and now I'm just rolling home.
Also, I think he's getting voices confused. Well, I know he is. Look, he's smiling. Look, he's smiling right there. He doesn't hate this. Those are smiling eyes. His fingers over his mouth, but he's smiling. If Austin led this whole song, I bet he loved it with no critiques. See, he just doesn't like Rob. See, he likes Austin's runs.
Oh, that run just gave me
See?
chills. Oh wow.
See, this is why I say is like it's fair what he's doing. He likes what's happening. He just doesn't like how it's happening. That's a weird way to say that, but it's true. He just doesn't like Rob's voice. That's a fair criticism. Doesn't like Rob's voice. Cool. And this may not have been the best example for Rob. I don't think I've ever really noticed how nasally Rob, like he's got a very adenoidy thing going on. As someone who has atrocious adenoids, despite the fact they were removed, I feel it. But Rob sings infinitely better than me. Okay, hold on. Now he's trying to cover his butt for the people watching. Okay. He's the only rude reactor I've seen a lot for a long time. Okay. I agree. Personality. See, that's one thing I always critique. You guys have watched me do this for like a month now. Personality matters. And it depends on how. I don't know how many videos this guy has done. He doesn't have that many subscribers, and he probably lost a few from the home prize. But like, I don't think he's void of personality. I think his videos are like kind of minimalistic. Mine might be overly done, if I'm honest. Um, but he's enjoying what he's listening to. He just doesn't like Rob, and I find that fair. I mean, I don't agree with him, but I find it fair. I'm not even 100% turned off by how he said it. He's just kind of blunt. And I think this is a thing that a lot of people, especially nowadays, have to be a little less sensitive to. Bluntness. I'm a pretty blunt person. That's one reason why Miss Shoki, stuck with me a little bit longer. So, like, I actually, when we first got together on Monday mornings, because I was off, I'd stay with her Sunday night, and then I'd help her get dressed Monday morning. So she would, even kind of unprompted, she was getting dressed. She had an office job. And I said, that doesn't really go together. Like, just kind of unprompted. I wasn't rude about it, but I also helped her reorganize what she was wearing to a much better outfit, at least in my opinion. And then she looked at it in a mirror and actually agreed that it looked better, but I was blunt about it. It wasn't rude necessarily, but I was blunt. My ex, on the other hand, hated my bluntness. So it's like you can be blunt and people are going to take it as rude, but you can also be blunt with a personality. And, how you say things sometimes matters. Like the way I'm going up and down in the middle of my sentences. You know, sorry, that's Family Guy sketch. Body language, yeah. I think the aloofness is bothersome. I'll give that. That's fair. He's not engaged. He's not engaged. He's listening, but he's not engaged. But he also may not have a reason to lean forward. My mic is over here, so I have to lean forward. If I'm back here, you guys don't hear me as good, right? Even I don't hear me as good. But if I'm right here, you can hear my sultry voice. I may not 100% like him, but I'm not also 100% disagreeing with him because I'm on this side of the camera. If I was just a normie, if I did not do this for, I was going to say for a living, but no, there's no living here. If I didn't do this, I would probably agree with most of you that he's being an ass. He's like, you shouldn't talk like. I would probably feel exactly like you guys do if I wasn't on this side of the camera. Oh, Marla. Okay, hold on. Let's see if this will make sense to you. It won't. Don't talk to me like that, lowrider. Just kidding. I gotta scroll down on my phone because I can't do it on the thingy. We watch reactors as much for their reaction analysis as we do for their personalities, and his personality sucks based on one video. Because I guarantee you, go watch my first video, people probably don't like me. I do agree with you. If the personality doesn't vibe, you're not necessarily going to watch other things with them. I agree with you there. I have SPK. So I've done multiple voice play videos, but I don't like them because, I mean, in mind you, I do them on these things, so they get buried in these giant live streams. But I'll go give something a chance because I don't know that there isn't something out there from them that I'll like. I may not like, and this is just as an example, I haven't changed. I might not like the Oogie Boogie song that everyone reacts to, and everyone loves, and everyone, pardon my French, creams their pants over. I might not like it at all. But they might have something down the road or buried in the past that I haven't seen yet that maybe I will like. But the whole point of me reacting to it is me reacting to it. Like, how will I feel about this thing? I didn't like the last thing. It wasn't bad, but it didn't vibe with me. So let me see what this is. And voice play is going through a lot of changes. There's old home free songs that vibe with me less than the new stuff. Things way back in the Chris days, you know. And I've critiqued Chris before. I said, look, getting rid of Chris was actually, or him leaving, I should say, was the best move they made, because I couldn't even tell Chris from anyone else in the group when he was singing. Chris disappeared into it. Chance came in. Not only did he blend in, but he stood out. There's no point at which, except for when Chris is leading, that I could recognize Chris as being a thing. And while I don't dislike old home free songs, there's some I don't like more than others. In the similar manner, I'm going to listen to more modern home free because they're better now. But I'll watch more voice play, especially if it's a song I might like the Halo thing. I watched somebody else react to the Halo theme song. Or no, I reacted to another person singing the Halo theme. So I want to see what they did with it, because they might kill it. But if I ignore it, how will I know? That's kind of the point. You know, we might react to things we've never heard of. We might react to things that we don't necessarily like because we want to give it a chance. Now, if it gets to the point that I'm 3 or 4 voice play songs deep and I just go, I'm done with this, there's not going to be anything good, fine. If he's done 4 home free reactions and feels exactly the same, then he should stop. And he probably would. Because, yeah, there's going to be people coming to see the thing. But if all he does is shit on them, for lack of a better term, then people aren't going to watch it. He's going to lose the views. Then it won't even matter. But if he's trying to figure out for himself if they're better than he first experienced, and then he turns and changes his opinion, isn't that fair? Just like me with voice play. You know, I like Jeff a lot. And my critiques of voice play is generally about the acting, not about the sound, except with the Halo thing. But when you've got to sub out different singers because other people have left, then your sound has to change, which means you're going to lose a few fans. People are going to be like, I don't like it better this way. So, you see what I mean? He's being racist in beards, yes. I don't know if that's true, because he likes Austin, and Austin has a beard. He also likes Tim, and Tim has a beard, however thin it might be. See, but April, some people would have been very mad that I pointed that out in the first place. But I've always been that way. I've always picked on people in funny ways like that. Like, if you have the tough enough skin for it, and then now if it's a critique, like literally me going, hey, you spelled that wrong, you spelled it again, you spelled it again, I'm gonna be like, okay, you need to fix this behavior. Like, it's like, you either fix your behavior or your thumbs, because clearly you're not doing the thing right. So it's like, if I get mad at you because you're purposely spelling something wrong, and then I'm rude to you, that's a different story. Now, if you said, you need to stop with the stupid typos, that's another story. He faked liking it on his second video. But how do you know he faked it? That's the thing. It's like, I mean, how many people do you think are reacting to things for the first time? There are people who you can tell they've watched the video before, and they're just reacting because they didn't have the camera on or whatever. That's why I don't redo reactions. Like, if I screw up a reaction, I just abandon it. I don't redo it, because then it's not a reaction anymore. It becomes a review. That's true. That's true. And don't forget that, you know, everyone has an opinion, just like everyone has an asshole, but they also smell. There's a way to pick on someone? Yes. That's true. That's true, Marla. But that was funny. Because I don't know why, like, it just was, but because you always send me the links. But like, but for me, because I assume you're copying and pasting, generally speaking, when you're sending out all the different links and the, hey, please react to this, I assume that you're copying and pasting to however many different people. So in my brain, I'm like, how many people did she send that typo to? So that's where it gets funny in my brain. Not necessarily because the actual typo is funny, but also thinking, oh no, she sent that to like 25 people. And now it's got that big old typo because I've done that and I can laugh at myself about it. And other people would laugh at me. So I assume that pointing it out to you in a playful manner would also elicit a humorous tone because you've been on that end before. Hold on. He another. There's that typo. He did another home free video. It was premiered today when a man loves a woman and no one was in the chat. Hey, I've been there. I did this with my girlfriend. She said she was going to have a light day at work, but then took on extra work. I said, "Oh, so you're cute, but not that smart." Oh, that's funny. That's funny. I've done something similar with my wife where I said, "Well, it's a good thing you're pretty. Just don't go to the channel anymore, Tony. Just don't go." Okay, I will on my own time. I'm not gonna bother finishing this video. It's fine. Because we've already talked about him for a freaking hour. You understand this? He took up more time than everything else we've done tonight. But I think this was a fair critique of the way he was critiquing people. So I will watch on my own time. I will go and I will watch at least his second reaction, and I will analyze his fakery. I can detect fake bullshit. I have a really good bullshit meter. If he's bullshitting, then I'll know. But if he's being legit, because once again, you guys are coming into it, you have to realize you're coming into it already with hurt feelings. So you're tainted. I'm not, because I can look at him critically. You guys aren't looking at him critically. You guys are looking at he didn't like my favorite thing. And now he's going to be more of a dick about it. And then anything he says is already tainted to you. It's kind of a political thing. Realistic. Either way. If his personality sucks, his personality sucks. If he's not good at engaging with it, if he's a little too aloof, I agree with you. He's not wrong on his opinions. You just don't like them because they're not what you agree with. And that is also fine. My head hurts, by the way. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, a lot of people would say I'm unrelatable for some reason. I mean, I have a very specific audience with you guys, like very specific. And it's because I'm doing Home Fridays all the time that I have you 7-ish people who are always here, and then the other people who pop in and out. But we're all here for a specific reason. If he's not in the club yet, fine. He started in a weird spot. Let's be honest. He didn't start with Man of Constant Sorrow. He didn't start with Ring of Fire. He started with their newest thing that he had never been exposed to. He has no concept of their growth or anything like that. I guarantee you, there's other people who have probably reacted not so greatly to the first time they heard Home Free, and we'll find them eventually. But I'm glad you guys told me about this guy, because he's a valid reactor / reviewer in that he's at least honest about his opinions, even if you don't agree. And I am on board with that concept, because I have a friend who's a reviewer of Transformers and other action figures and stuff like that. And a lot of people don't like him because he's extremely blunt. And a lot of people, just like you guys, really, really don't like his opinions because they disagreed with their thoughts on a particular thing. But he's also going by his own experience with the thing. You guys didn't share that experience. You're just watching his experience and not understanding why he's having that experience, because it's not what you went through, right? Fair balls? Okay. Bingo! Oh crap, we have a bingo. What did SPK said? Okay. It's like pulling her pigtails in kindergarten. If you tease them, they like it. You're doing well. I mean, it's been like, how many years now? 6 years. Yeah, we've been together 6. God dang, we've been together for a long time. United we stand, home price. Whatever. Home price, whatever. Okay, it's weird. I'm not gonna do that again. Home price, United front on that one. I'm gonna comment that I agree with him and see how many people get angry with me. And then I'm going to leave my time code for this entire discussion. It's like, don't kill me yet. Come listen to my critiques of this guy. He would have found something wrong with all of it, and our joy doesn't need to be ruined. You don't know that. He was whiny as he claims Rob's voice was, and I don't like it. He acted like he knew what he was talking about. Don't know why he's trying to be a reactor. He's actually being a reactor. That's the thing. And hey, how much do I have to ask you guys for knowledge? One thing about being a reactor slash reviewer slash doing anything on the internet is you have to know your limits of information and knowledge. And sometimes you talk out of your ass. I don't think he necessarily talked out of his ass. I think he just said the wrong word. He may have said back up when he meant to say this. His critique of Rob is fine. You don't agree with it? Fine. I don't agree with it. I don't feel the way he feels. He just doesn't like Rob's voice. Cool. I agree with his critiques except for the sunlight thing. That's just dumb. I mean, once again, that's his opinion. I don't agree with it. I think that's dumb. I also realize how and why they shot the video, which is a thing he didn't necessarily take into consideration. I still want to know how they shot that because it seems backwards. It like I have to rewatch how they did that. I'm also been drinking, and you guys got me arguing. But no, but that's the thing. It's like because my critique of his critique is just as valid. And I'm explaining to you why I feel he feels the way he does in that. I'm not necessarily justifying all of it. It's just I get it. And it's fine that you don't agree. I'm going to say it a million times. It's fine that you don't agree. It's fine that you guys had your feelings hurt. I didn't because, well, I guess I didn't find it originally. I don't agree with what he said about Rob. I see why he says that. I just don't agree. I agree with his critique of the shooting of the video. Makes sense. I didn't catch that. Surprisingly. Normally I would catch something like that, but it wasn't on a normal reaction video. I would have caught that. Doing it live, I didn't because I analyze things further. I've taken more time to analyze his video than I do the proper thing. So I haven't been doing my job properly except to critique him. I critique the other guys that we've looked at so far on this particular segment that has now gone longer than all of the rest of it. By the way, I have to work tomorrow. And it's fine. If you guys don't agree, it's fine. You don't necessarily have to agree with me. I don't think Austin's perfect. I said it. I don't think Tim's perfect. I do think Adam's pretty perfect. Like, it's kind of hard to be less perfect than that. I kind of miss his long hair, though. I miss Tim's long hair. Tim not having long hair proves how imperfect he is. That's what happened. Cut off the hair. He's not perfect anymore. Sorry. Austin needs to balance his hair length with his beard length. He's not perfect anymore. You gonna get mad at me? Attack me. Come at me. Come at me, home fries. It's fine. Hold on. What do we got here? He's trying to be one. He didn't like the video either. See, that's what I'm saying. But not liking a video doesn't mean he's trying to be a reactor. It means he's being a reactor. Being a reactor doesn't mean you like everything. And if you think that, then yeah, you have a really kind of tainted sense of what a reactor is. I haven't liked everything. I mean, I don't remember. We watched something the other night, and it was like, ugh, what is this? Okay. I've noticed that some reactors that say first time reaction to this or that song, you have to ask if it's a song that's been used in advertising. How can you not have heard it? Heard versus listened to? I mean, if you're here for Throwback Thursday, that is literally the definition of that entire show is, I don't know if I've heard this, and then, bomb, it's on. So, have I heard this before? Maybe. Have I ever listened to it? Definitely not. So, you're kind of right, though, when it comes to something like that. Like, if it's in an advertisement, you go, oh, I have heard this, but I've never listened to it. Listening and hearing, two separate functions. You hear a lot of things, but you ain't always listening to them. A selective process. Tim's hair was outdated for his age. Blasphemy. It was perfect. You could have left the gray in and everything. Still would have been fine. It looks beautiful with the long hair. I mean, I guess he had hair. He had gray hair before he was 40. He was dyeing it. It is what it is. Yeah, I know somebody who was bald by 20, and I mean bald, like nothing left by the age 20. And he had a really crazy, strange, square head. Like his head was angular, like looked like Crichton from Red Dwarf. I think I even called him that at one point. Either way, it does look much better and healthier since I believe you quit drinking. That is fair. That's pretty fair. Still needs long hair. Gotta go. Good night. Okay. He doesn't deserve all the time we spent on him, and now I'm done with that subject. Ooh. Feisty. The only reason I would argue with you there, Mr. Two Wheels or Mrs. Two Wheels, is because this same exact conversation can be had about me. And I would hope that there would be someone who could see things the same way I've seen things about him. Because I think that's fair. Like, and if you just lock it out as, I hate this guy, I hate his opinion, blah, I think that's, it's an emotional reaction, and I don't tend to have emotional reactions in the same way, at least in this context. There are other things that I would definitely defend to the death when people disagree, but also I would have a discussion with them. So what I'm having here is a one-way discussion with him. He's having his side, I'm having my side. Same thing like with you guys in the comments, except generally speaking, there's not a reply in a way. So, yes, like I said, it is what it is. You guys don't have to like it. I don't have to like it. I don't agree with it specifically, but I also don't disagree with it. I can be somewhat neutral in this. Now, if somebody comes out and is like legit, like, this is stupid, acapella sucks, these guys are terrible, but doesn't back up any of those opinions, then I'm going to have a problem. And that's what I have a problem with arguing with a lot of people who just hate on something because it's just not the thing they like, whether it be a person, place, thing. If they have no valid argument, then I don't believe it's real. If you can back it up, then I can defend your reason to have that opinion. Just like me. I would hope that somebody would have the same thing. If I can just state an opinion without backing it up with anything, then everyone should have the right to disagree with that and not like my opinion, even if it's a good one. Same exact reason. If I can't give you a reason for something, throw it out. But if I can give you reasons, whether I like it or dislike it, then it's worth something. And I think that's what's fine for him. He gave his reasons. You don't agree with them. It's fine. We're done with it. We're all going to call it a night. It's late. I got to go to bed. The wife is probably already in bed. And I've had slightly too much alcohol. I got to take an anti-inflammatory. Anyways, Tim looks much younger now. Maybe. Oh no, I've seen people like super pander to fans. I've definitely seen people pander to fans, and I can't stand that. I don't think this was pandering. Now, the next video might be pandering. I'll check it out in my own time, and I will report back somehow. You know, it is what it is. Bye, Marla. Yep, I agree with that. Dale, if it's just praise, but without analytics, it's not that good. That's one reason it's hard to be me, because I can't analyze things in depth when it comes to the proper singing. I wish I had that education, but that's why I love watching people who sing professionally or teach others to sing when they break things down like that, because then I learn more about the thing, and I really enjoy that. I can't offer that same thing, so all I can really offer is my own opinion with some technical knowledge when it comes to at least the video side of it. And then possibly stealing thoughts and opinions from other people who do have the knowledge. That happens. It is what it is. Like I said, your criticisms are because they're based on your own opinion. You don't like the way he said things. He's not engaging. I said the same thing. Fine. Cool. That's it for Home Friday. It is what it is. So what we're going to do real quick is finish out the segment by hitting the bumper again. Even though we did 2 reactions, 2 reactors reacting to Home Free for the first time. Now we're back.